I'm going to give you some examples here, right?
Great.
Okay. Because these, I've got 3 organizations here that have put these goals into their purpose, mission, vision, and they've used them in very different ways, each of them. Okay.
Right.
So the first one is the International Society of Geriatric Oncology. The SIOG, their purpose is to strengthen the capacity of health professionals in the field of geriatric oncology. They use the SDGs as a PR tool.
Okay.
Public relations tool. Okay. They made a big noise back in 2018 when they took the first steps. Now, should point out here, you can't actually join the SDGs.
No, indeed, that's a point we didn't go into, and that's a frequently asked question.
Yeah.
What do I need to do to join the SDGs? It's not a club.
No, it's not a club.
You don't get a shiny card you get to put in your wallet or frame on the wall.
There are places, and we'll come to that, where they can register, where you can register your projects within the SDG framework so that other people can find you through different portals.
Yes, the UN keeps a database as well.
Yeah, some very good frameworks, very good places actually where you can register projects and find others.
Find others, yeah, absolutely.
You can use the logos, totally free. Okay.
Right.
So
that side note being said, back to
SIOG, Society for Geriatric Oncology, made a big noise when it started.
So you said they're using it for visibility.
They're
That's
using
the
it
benefit
for
they're
public
getting.
relations.
Right.
They have continued to mention it in all their communications all these years. They use the logo to underline their own global character.
Right.
They use it to underline their engagement with international programs. They use it to underline and highlight their support of United Nations programs. So they're really putting themselves into this much bigger picture.
Yeah.
Okay. They have used the SDGs, the logos, to show what they stand for and where they fit in the bigger picture. They've also used that link that they've now made. This is what we are and this is where we fit in the SDG framework. They've used that as leverage to persuade sponsors, governments, partners to support the SIOG projects.
Yeah. So that was indeed the second benefit that you can get from the SDGs is the partnerships, and they're clearly doing that.
Right. If you're supporting our project, you're also supporting UN SDG number 3, and you can say so. Okay. So that works well.
Indeed. So that legitimacy, that visibility, that ability to obtain partnership. So you can see indeed how without really having to do a lot of extra work, they haven't changed their USP, they haven't changed their projects, their mission, but they've still managed, by fitting the work they're already doing into the framework, they can really reap quite a lot of benefits.
That's right. They've added another layer, another element.
Absolutely.
The second example is used it quite differently. This is the International Association for the Evaluation of Educational Achievement.
Okay.
The IEA. Okay. Their purpose is to cooperate between national research institutions, government agencies, working to understand and improve education worldwide. Okay. So they're definitely very global, cooperative, between very specific agencies. The IEA uses the SDGs very specifically. Goal number 4, target 4.7, indicator 4.7.4. It's one of those measurables. Okay?
Yes.
Because, says the IEA, they collect data, and their data are officially recognized as the main existing source for SDG indicator 4.7.4.
Yes.
Right. So on their website, you won't even find a whole lot about goal number 4. It's all indicator 4.7.4 in this context. They haven't started something new here. They've simply connected an existing project to the SDGs. This again adds a level of recognition, of connection.
They saw there was a target that required an indicator and needed data to measure it. Yeah. And they saw that the data they had was the way to measure it.
And actually, it could even be possible that it worked the other way around. Okay?
This is very true.
The IEA has been around for a long time.
The UN SDGs were not created in a vacuum. No. They were created very much looking at the world as is.
Right.
And indeed, these measurements, these indicators, they looked at how they could practically measure them.
Right. So the IEA has been around for a while. It's been doing this work, collecting this data, and now their data is the officially accepted source for this particular target. They haven't changed their work. They just have another place to deliver it.
And once again, it adds for them, that visibility, that legitimacy.
Absolute legitimacy,
They're still doing exactly the same work, but now they can say
Yes.
they are
It's a
measuring the success of that target. So indeed, that's taking the work they're already doing, putting it into a framework.
The third example I want to give is CSR Europe. CSR.
Corporate social responsibility.
CSR Europe purpose is to help companies align their sustainable strategy to their business goals. Okay. So the members of CSR are corporations, they're businesses who want to polish their reputations and do some good work. Okay,
Absolutely.
They're worried about their reputation, their CSR. Now, they were already coming to CSR Europe for consulting and assistance with their CSR, with their socially acceptable reputation building.
Yes. Okay. We are all aware that particularly, even more so in the days of social media, how important it is for a lot of corporations to be seen as doing good work alongside garnering profits.
To be doing good work and to be seen to be doing it, okay?
Absolutely.
So CSR Europe, already in this field, made a new product out of the SDGs. They developed a new series of courses on the SDGs. They organize events, and they charge for the courses and events. They charge for these specialized consulting work that they can now do.
Yeah.
And the income that they have, that these new products have enabled CSR to generate, allows them to expand their other educational activities around the SDGs, around other fields. They can expand them to others who are less capable of paying, for instance, smaller businesses, the general public, and their members. So the SDGs are, for CSR Europe, a perfect fit with their USP, with their mission and their vision. Yeah. It was already there. They just had to take it another step along.
Yes.
And the SDGs have actually proved to be an additional income generator for them. I mean, no way being cynical here. It's really valuable work. And if you're looking for a good course, some good consulting on the SDGs, go to CSR Europe.
We can recommend.
Highly recommend them.
But yes, indeed, this is one of those cases where by using the SDGs, that really added a benefit that they could offer to their members.
Yes.
By incorporating those, because they're, once again, what are their members looking for? They're looking for a certain legitimacy in the work they're doing, and having a big framework like the SDGs, everyone recognizes it. That's exactly the kind of PR that corporations are looking for if what they're trying to polish up is their image.
So that was 3 examples, 3 different ways of using the SDGs. There are, of course, many, many more.
Yes.
Again, I can only encourage you, take a look at them yourself. And we'll come back to this topic in other podcasts.
Inevitably, SDGs will for the next 10 years, we're not getting away from them. And there too, I know we say this every episode, but do stay tuned, do stick with us. We are working on multiple series, one of which will indeed be brainstorming exercises, practical writing
your own SDG statement.
Writing your own SDG statement.
Right.
But hopefully, indeed,
and that's in addition to your whole purpose, mission, vision statement.
Absolutely, this is
a warm-up act.
This is indeed another one that you can add to your arsenal of tools. And by framing it as well, it means you've thought about it, and you can place the work you're doing into a bigger context.
Right. So actually, we have been talking a fair bit about theory. We've talked about the whys.
Yeah.
And I think we need to start thinking about the hows.
Soon.
Okay.
Coming soon. Practical exercises.
Yeah. Thanks for being with us today. Bye-bye.
Thank you. And in this case, if you are looking forward to certain practical exercises, don't hesitate to leave a comment, give us suggestions, and thank you for tuning in.
Bye.
Bye.